Hi, welcome to Module 1.2, Current Challenges in the Water and Climate Sector. As we learned in Module 1.1, climate and water challenges are inextricably linked. Even though the main pressure on freshwater resources is human activity, climate change has an impact on the water cycle, leading to devastating water-related events such as droughts and floods. In Module 1.2, current challenges in the water and climate sector will be explored, and we will also explore how these two sectors can work together towards a sustainable future. We will first explain why it is essential to consider these two sectors while developing policies and adaptation and management plans. We will then present you with an overview of the main challenges we are currently facing regarding climate change using a water management lens. As we just said, the water and climate sector are interdependent. This is why addressing climate change through water management should build on a coordinated response that strikes a balance between different sectors and water user, including the environment. As we now know, modifications in the water cycle caused by climate change make it more challenging to sustainably manage water resources and reach the Sustainable Development Goal 6, ensuring availability and sustainable management of water and sanitation for all by 2030. However, water management strategies can also have a negative impact on the fight against climate change if both sectors are not considered. Let's start with a little exercise. Take a few minutes and try to answer the following questions. Please write down your answer on a sheet of paper, preferably, so you can make link between both questions. First, what does climate resilient water management mean to you? Once you've answered that question, then reflect on which elements are essential to ensure sustainable water management. Don't forget to pause the video so you have time to reflect on these questions. Keeping in mind our reflections we just did in the previous section, we will now overlook the main challenges to reach sustainable water management. 4 elements are essential for a sustainable water management strategy: climate resilient water management, transboundary cooperation, good water governance, and financing. In the following sections, we will dig a bit deeper on each of these 4 elements. Climate resilient water management is super important. This approach is based on 3 principles. First, using the best data available and information for decision making. Then, integrate a buffer, flexibility, and adaptation in the solution. And third, to increase the resilience of vulnerable communities by reducing their vulnerability to the impact of climate change. The water governance is another element that is essential to sustainable water management. So first, water governance refers to the political, social, economic, and administrative systems in place that influence water's use and management. A good water governance leads us to a good transboundary cooperation, which is an essential element to collectively address the impact of climate change, hence on managing water. Transboundary cooperation helps us reduce the risk of conflict within regions. In fact, more than 60% of freshwater flow around the world are shared by more than one country. However, lack of funding makes transboundary cooperation projects really difficult to accomplish in reality. So as we saw on the slide about transboundary cooperation, funding is a big issue. which leads us to our last element, financing. Initiatives which aim to achieve water security and sustainable water and sanitation management are underfunded. In fact, only 0.7 billion US dollars are invested in water management. This represents only 2.6% of the total funds dedicated to the fight against climate change. Check out our 1.2 module fact sheet to learn more about the link between sustainable water management, climate change, and reaching SDG 6. You can also dive deeper into the 4 main challenges and possible ways to overcome them while reading the fact sheet 1.2. Thank you for being with us and see you in Module 1.3.